Hi everyone, my name's Nas and this is NasTime. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to introduce you to my campsite. Give you some ideas maybe that you can develop on, or some of the ideas that might actually suit you. To show you really that camping doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be complicated. It's really something for everybody to enjoy. This is a beautiful environment. I'm standing here and there's birds all around me. I literally just had a buck run through my camp. I'm encouraging everybody to go out and spend time in nature, really for the simple fact that to get yourself back in touch with nature, which is ultimately where we've evolved from. So let me introduce you to a bit of a campsite here. It's fairly basic. I will remove the camera and take in a bit of a tour once I've done this, but I try to keep things relatively simple. I've got everything I need out here at the moment. I've got good bedding. I actually sleep quite well. My stretcher holds my swag comfortably. You can buy double stretchers and double swags if required for couples or so forth. Most of the gear that I've bought, a lot of it did come from the 4-wheel drive super centre, which is an online store, if you like, down here in Australia that sells a lot of pretty decent, well priced and decent quality gear that's going to get you far and at a minimal cost. So I've put myself up now. I don't always get this sort of set up in that I have a picnic table and a structure, a man-made structure that's over top of me, and I've adopted that as part of my campsite, if you like. So I'm obviously car camping. I'm living out of my car. I've got my car pretty well set up with easy access to everything. I've got a dual battery system which allows me to hold the fridge for a few days. In these sort of conditions I can really hold the fridge cold for at least 3 or 4 days. I've got a basic lighting system, LED light that hooks up to a little power pack. Space case is a great idea for storing all your camping gear, pots, pans, things that you're going to need. It's all ready to go in one tub if you can. Goes straight on top of the car so it doesn't take up any room. It's dust proof, it's waterproof, it protects all your gear, and you never forget anything if you've got it all packed in one sort of area. My car is pretty well equipped. I do have a 4-wheel drive. I have seen people come out here with different cars and smaller cars, and you can really camp in anything, and it's just limited to what you have, and push yourself to your own limits and push yourself a little bit past the limits if you can. I highly recommend an awning. These are under $100 from 4-wheel drive super centre again. I've got the extension out the back for about $30 or $40. The stretcher I think was about $50 in reality, if not less than that. And it's not even the king size one, and it holds my bedding quite comfortably. So let's do a little bit of a tour I think as well. So I have the car here nice and close. My bedding, as you can see here, doggy bed underneath, quite comfortable, a few tarps around, keeps it really basic. Power there to run my lights, really well lit up at night. I highly recommend a side entry swag on a stretcher. It's makes things really comfortable. Find a good chair that you're going to be comfortable in, rubbish bin there, and a bit of water because it's raining. I've been catching the water there. In my box, as I said, I highly recommend one of these space cases. They hold everything, they're dust proof, they're waterproof. Get one big enough for you to handle. This pretty much holds everything I need, basic gear, cooking, some kitchen stuff, crockery and all that sort of stuff. In the car, all the basics that I need up close and personal. I keep all my audio visuals here, my GoPros, my GoPro imitation, sorry. Hats, snacks. That's my pantry basically. Everything I need is such as napkins, salts, herbs, fruit, potatoes, anything else that I need. Snacks there. Easy access. I know it looks like a little bit of mayhem here, but it's actually easy access to everything. I've got my top up there. I keep my shoes down there. I keep a a pair of thongs for at night and slippers. It does get there, my outdoor slippers. Easy access to everything, and then what happens when I pack everything later, my rolled up swag and the stretcher and the chair goes out on top, and they're the first things that come out. So I have easy access to everything around here. Keep my torches and stuff you need really handy. The campsite from the outside is quite comfortable. We have everything we need really. Let's take advantage of whatever structures you have around to make it a little bit more comfortable. And in the back here I have my fridge, my drawer system, all the doggy stuff in the bucket. I bring a crate with me because it stops it from rolling around, and also helps me if I need to get up a little bit of height, like a little step ladder I suppose. Peppy's jacket and that Wild Country box is all my cooking pots and stuff, on my cast iron cooking. As you can see, quite comfortable in the drawer system. Holds the fridge up there, and easy access to everything. My solar kit back there, quick tools, and that's where the dog rests and rides during the day. And that becomes a little bit of a platform for me as well. Makes it quite comfortable. Always recommend keep a bit of firewood in the car dry, your kindling, that sort of stuff. I keep all my four-wheel drive gear. Here we go, some of the King's four-wheel drive gear at the back that sits permanently behind the seat of my car. And just makes things really comfortable and easy access. As you can see, everything that I need. Water tanks. I carry about 30 litres of water, and that gets me by a few days. I don't use a lot of water. So some of the basic gear that you need for camping, highly recommend you take a decent shovel. This is a cheap shovel. I've been using for a number of years, but I'm kind of thinking I need a better shovel. Nice to have a little fire stick to get those fires going. We might do a little video on fires later and how to get something set up. I'm going to have to do it in the damp conditions here, which is some of the hardest conditions that you normally would have to start a fire. This is pretty much what I've been cooking out of for the last few days. It's a very basic, simple pot, and this is what I talk about minimalism. You don't need to take a lot of stuff with you.